Hey, good morning, guys. Um, I guess you could tell I had to interrupt the story of our pre-trip recon trip to Mount Heba, where we found these foot and hand prints. I did tell you about that. Didn't get to tell you about this cave that we spotted at long distance through the barren trees. Only a very short window in the spring and another in the fall where this would be visible. And the mountain is closed all winter. I'm keeping the exact location under my hat for now until we can rule it out as a Hebegon residence. If there's a Hebegon family living in there, and one member possibly keeping sentry duty in front of it, and ducking down in the last photo here, head and shoulders up here, shoulders down, only forehead up there. If that's what's happening here, we don't want to betray the Hebegon. They've been pretty good to us, and we want to be good neighbors back to them. Here at the Imperial Hebegon Society, we have to walk a narrow line, following the Hebegon, yes, studying the Hebegon, but not pestering the Hebegon, not endangering the Hebegon, certainly not leading trophy hunters or, say, the Smithsonian to the Hebegon. We don't want to be Judas goats. I haven't told you about meeting and making friends with the monk. The I Love You song monk. The best friend of that Nobel laureate studying extinct hominins. That fellow who spends an awful lot of time up here at that secluded mountain temple. And what we found behind that temple. I'll show you what we found behind that temple. I haven't told you yet about the Tomishi, or Tomishiyama, which looks very suspicious on the map. Look at that weird thing. Hey, if you think that's weird, up close, see it up close, walk all the way around it, climb all the way up it. That thing is artificial. Confirmed. It's a very big artificial mound with 100% a megalithic structure inside. Haven't told you about discovering this strange, what is it? A trench stone staircase up Mount Zhao. Undoubtedly part of our lost castle. It connects to the great vertical trench in the western outer defenses. And right by it, this intriguing stone. And this expanded Hebegon structure area. Ooh. Wow. And this is all in the same canyon on Mount Zhao. Well, all of that is coming up, but I've been so busy preparing our international field trip, our three-nation field trip. Virgil from France and his friend Dioichi and me, the representing the home team. Now, a very big name fellow. A very big name guy, a researcher, an author, a media presenter, asked to come. If you can believe that, he wanted to join up with our little outfit, and I said no. Sorry, but no. Not no forever, but no this time. Mainly because I don't know him personally. Now, I have no reason to doubt him. but I just don't know him. I've been burned by my best friend. A guy I thought I knew, a guy who was welcome in our house, a guy who ate dinner at my table many times, a guy who I refreshed his glass many, many, many times, and he embezzled everything from me. Everything. Almost left us homeless. Certainly left us at risk of being homeless. Partly my fault. I know. Too trusting. But the point is, that's a guy that I thought I knew. I thought I knew him. He called me brother. I thought we were like brothers. Yeah, brothers like Cain and Abel. Well, this big-name researcher could put me on the map. Could help me sell a lot of books, but here's the thing. He could also put this cave on the map. Yeah, and I don't want to risk that, so no for now. If he wants to do something together in future, let's get together by all means. Let's talk about it. Let's get to know each other first. Now, it's true, I've never met Virgil face to face, but we've talked a lot back and forth. I've watched a lot of his work. I believe he's a serious man. He says that he agrees with protecting the Hebagon. I've been very clear about my feelings. Is there a risk that we could disagree on something? Sure, of course, people do disagree. He could make an editorial decision that I would regret. Yeah, that's possible. That's a risk. And I don't want to multiply that risk, so big name researcher is out this time. But by all means, sir, let's work toward a relationship first, and collaboration and cooperation second. It's not that I'm jealous of this topic. I share almost everything to the point where some of you have criticized me for oversharing, which, yes, I have overshared. Well, the Smithsonian leans one way. They choose to err on that side. I choose to err on this side. But I plead guilty to this. I am jealous of the Hebagon to protect them. Not that they need my protection in most cases, but where they might have their young and pregnant or nursing mothers, where they sleep, until they do harm to me and my family, I don't want to bring harm to them and their family. You get it. Now, we have limited time, and I want to help Virgil to fulfill his goals. He's coming all the way from France. My number one goal for this trip, if we have time for it, would be to spot this cave from 2 vantage points. I've identified 2 points from which we can surveil the cave for at least an hour, taking the best possible photos, setting up that camera on the tripod and everything. Then one team stay in position, the other team try to get over there and either climb up to the cave or down to it, whichever seems safer, guided by the other spotting team with walkie-talkies. You know, Heba 2 to Heba 1, you need to go more left. 20 more meters that way. Okay. All right, you're right below it. You should see a rock structure above you. No, you can't see it yet. Okay. Well, just head up. Now it looks like it might be easier on the right side when you find that rock structure. You might want to stay on the right. That sort of thing. I've already got the walkie-talkies. Other things I want to do, if we have time, I think I'd better tell you after the event. Before I go, I want to thank you. When we arrived on the scene, the Mount Heba scene, the Hebagon was a 50-year-old cold case. A 50-year-old cold case. And this channel started with fewer than 50 viewers. 50 and 50. We have closed that 50-year window to about 50 minutes from an encounter, if you remember this. We were the last ones up the mountain that day and the first ones back down. At the very end of the season, I believe the mountain closed the very next day after this. We heard rustling in the bamboo all the way up, ahead and above us. I think somebody was what Wes Gerber calls the spider walk. Spider walking, spider crawling through the waist-high bamboo above us. And then on the way down, this thick stick broken and jammed in the trail below us for us to find on our descent. Freshly broken. And you know, I wonder, was it pushed into that hard, frozen clay slowly, the Hebagon leaning his weight on it, or did he stab it in there fast, even as my friend Mrs. Sumiyoshi stabs ferociously at the earth with her oyster knife, as if she wants to stab the earth to death. And we had to tell her to cool it there. Cool your reins there, Mrs. Sumiyoshi. We don't want to destroy items and stab the earth to death. But either way, that stick went in with its jagged but basically blunt end through that frozen clay. I don't think Hebagon took a pocket knife and whittled the end of that stick into a stake. No, he just imagine the force that, what would it be, 3 or 4 inch thick, blunt stick jammed in there. Last month, we were just hours from an encounter. And we've been close on other occasions. Near Grandma's house, remember, a hygiene-challenged fellow crept around my family when I was scouting up the road. He left a little miasma around my family. And we've smelled them other times. Thanks to my family and friends here, friends like Ryoichi and Smokey and Pokey and Hiro and Yuki and Kana and Shiori and so many others. And thanks to you, we have revived this cold case. It is an active case now. And our Team Hebagon hive mind has grown over 10-fold. 11-fold. So we're 11-fold times more smarter than we used to be. So thank you. I like this slow, organic, throttled by YouTube, but for that reason, solid growth. I like it. And a gentle reminder, this channel is self-funded. All of the research is self-funded. And this trip is the most expensive one yet. I'm not charging anything for my services, and I'm playing host, so yeah, it's getting expensive. So if you can, and if you would like to help us with money, there we go. That's the best way. That'll put some gas in the Heba Mobile. Now, hey, if you don't have it, don't feel bad. Really don't feel bad. I don't really have it either. That's why I'm begging on YouTube. But please keep supporting us with your interest, your helpful comments, your encouragement. And I love you. I love you all. I'll try to make another video before we go.